Known the world over as the Roamin Man of the Smoky Mountains, Wiley Oakley is best remembered for his wonderful stories of mountain life. Though he died in 1954, his stories live on in recordings and books. Today we present The Sheep Eye by Wiley Oakley. Still in my boyhood days, as I grew up, my older brothers married off one by one and a sister, so I began to think it's time for me to look for a girl and get married. I would go around where the mountain people would be making sorghum molasses and we would have a candy puller. This was lots of fun for the young people. The boys would pull candy with the girls and they would make wishes. Now around here was a good place for a boy to spot him a girl. And when no one was looking, this was the time to cast sheep eyes at the girl he liked best when he'd found one. When the boy casted the sheep eye at the girl, if she loved him good enough, she would cast them back with a nice smile. This meant it was okay. You could go home with them or to church. But if the girl give you a sour look with plenty of frowns in her face, this meant you'd better call your dogs and go home, for the fox race was all over. But one day I found one. I walked home with her many times, and finally she asked me to come on Saturday evening. And I dressed all up, and out on the trail I went that led to my girl's cabin. But as I drew near my girl's cabin at the appointed time, a little lass met me and said in plain English words, "Go away and stay until Dorothy sends word to come back again, for Dorothy has another beau tonight." And then I hung my head with a sad heart that seemed to beat no more. I thought to myself, this is one time I'd made a mistake in casting sheep eyes at this girl, and I was so afraid that Dorothy would tell all the other girls for miles around, and I would be ruined for life, and no other girl would ever go with me again. As the news would go out, Dorothy had broken my leg. This was the saying among the young people. When a girl had turned you down, she had broken your leg by kicking you on the leg. But Dorothy, in a way, was a very kind girl. She didn't tell the other girls. After a month had gone by, I was out in the mountains hunting, and on the way home I met Dorothy. And she stopped and began to talk to me and said she wanted to make up with me and I could come back any time I wished to. But I told her, "I got a lot of girls up on the other side of the mountain." Well, later I decided to see if I couldn't find another girl. So one Sunday at a little church house, after service outside the house, I walked up to a very young girl and I asked if I could walk home with her. She didn't say a word, but up and give me a kick on my leg, and then she went on her way. So then I had another broke leg, as is the saying of the young people. Well, I decided I couldn't be outed, so I went and asked another girl if I could walk home with her, and she said yes, if I wished to. So right then and there, I found out there was more girls than one. And I found out this kicking business didn't amount to much at all. And I became independent as a hog on ice.